All right, one person here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, sorry I'm a few minutes late. I kind of got behind and in my own head on some things this morning. Actually got a good night's sleep, which is surprising and kind of awesome at the same time. So let's get this shared around. Actually, let me pop out the chat first. 2 people in the room. Beautiful. Pop out. Copy link. Properties. Paste. Okay. So, how is everyone doing today? I think it's an absolutely beautiful day, and I have a wee bit of good news actually. Couple things of good news, but the first one is we have a reprieve, at least a 2-week reprieve, possibly. It looks like I am not going to be starting on Monday, so that means there is 2 more weeks of Coffee with Night. Should be starting on the 4th. I talked to my boss last night, so there we go. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope that's good information for you. Yeah, we tried to apply for a couple waivers, and it just, I guess, never happened or whatever. It doesn't make sense to me, but yeah, whatever. Share now public, and share to a page. So today we are going to be doing a giveaway, and I'll talk more about that in just a moment. Once we get a few more people in here. Just so that there's so I can what you call it, explain the rules so YouTube doesn't get mean or mad at me again. Okay, that's all shared around. Well, we got 4 people in here, so let's go over to the chat and get this party started. Okay, so Alan, good morning. Laura, good morning. Eileen, good morning. And Lara, good morning. And guten Morgen, Joey. How's everyone doing? And good morning, Joe. Got a crew in here this morning. Woohoo! So, I don't know if you guys heard me or not earlier, but we do have so good news, more nights with coffee. Yes, more nights, more coffee. I talked to my boss yesterday, and we are not starting on Monday. Did I say Laura twice? Joe, Eileen, Laura. So yeah, so we have 2 weeks left. I might be starting on the 4th. I might be starting on the 1st. It depends on what's going on at the airport, because we got, all that approved and done. So they're going to need inspectors and stuff up there, and sometime next week or the week after, I'm going to have to go out and review the plans again and check things out. So it's a little bit of a foggy timeline. But there will be stuff going on, which is fantastic. And that means more time here. So I'm also going to have to order some more leather. So yes. I'm the favorite. Sorry you aren't going back to work, but more live streams. Yeah. So I'm not super upset about it, to be honest. And last night and this morning, and this is kind of why I was a few minutes late starting this morning, started doing some sewing. Some more sewing. more than usual. The thing is, most masks are for clean-shaven people. So, I'd miss you too much. Yes, I would. My merry band of misfits. So I did this little doohickey. It's just a prototype, so I need to work on it just a little bit. But let me show you guys. Where's the front edge? There it is. Yes, beard masks. So I mean, there's still some tweaking I have to do, but not too bad for hand stitching and doing everything. So it makes a seal around the beard, goes down to your neck, goes around the sides. The problem with most things is the beard actually removes the mask away from your face, so there is not a good seal. And that's the problem with all sorts of masks. So to combat that, I actually drop the fabric down further, put a gusset on the bottom, and then had another piece of fabric returned to the neck, so that it is it not only is it comfortable, but it actually is protective, so that it comes back from back to your neck, and it touches flesh all the way around. Goes around the ears, comes up, nice high point, so it keeps a seal around your eyes. So if you wear glasses like me, or sunglasses, it is not blowing out all over your eyes, so you don't get that fogging, or at least it's reduced, that most masks give you. So on the inside, I want to still drop in another gusset, because this is pretty thin fabric here. But yeah, there we go. Masks for guys with beards. I'm going to be getting a sewing machine in short order. So there you go. Laura wants to order 3. And so does Joe. BEAUT full. You just made this a worthwhile venture. And the last 5 hours of sewing was not in vain. Laura, because Jake can't comfortably wear masks with his beard, and also he has a big head. Well, see, there you go. I need to figure out a price point on these, but I'm not gonna kill people because I want people to buy them and wear them, obviously. So we'll probably do like $20 or $30 or something. I'll figure that out in short order. But yeah, this is the prototype. I want to do something about the nose. It's a little not quite big enough in this area. But yeah, so bearded masks for guys with beards. And the cool thing, when you're done with it, I'll get my hair out of the way so I can actually pull the right string instead of pulling hair. Come on, which one is it? Oh, yep. You're not completely all screwed up. So, ta-da! Definitely we're going to be stuck with masks for quite some time after this, so I'll definitely be needed and useful. Beautiful. The thing is, even after this whole virus thing passes, I'm still going to be making and selling these, because no one really makes anything for guys with beards. And a lot of guys have beards. Guys in wood shops, guys who work in the oil field, stuff like that. And masks are needed. So, there you go. I also want to work on doing some respirator masks and such. I will be working on getting a dedicated pattern for that tonight, and also doing and buying a sewing machine so I could produce these at an economical value. Yeah, I shaved entirely because of this friggin' pandemic. I miss my hair. Well, Joey, here's the thing. I don't want people to not wear masks or have to make the decision to either wear a mask or have a beard. I think you can have both. And the best mask is like the best gun. It's like the best tool. Thank you so much, Michaela.
Welcome.
It's the one you're going to wear. It's the one you're going to use. It's the one that you want. So I want to make something that's good for everybody. Something that you're going to want to have. Something that you're going to want to wear. Yada, yada, yada. You'll have more protection. It'll be... the ghost behind me. Yeah. It'll just be a much better thing for everyone. So, I now have my coffee. Can't be a coffee tonight without coffee. Come on. Oh, that's hot. Alright, so, fun little fact about me. I don't like hot things. Except for my wife. Like hot foods and stuff. I don't like hot foods. I don't like hot drinks. My mouth burns very easily. So we'll let that sit. And also, I went to Walmart shopping a couple days ago. Got these guys. Carrot cake Oreos. Oh my god, they're so good. I know, stupid, whatever. So, all right. So I will be putting photos up of this tonight, or getting a pattern together and putting that up tonight. And maybe doing some downloads or something similar. This way everyone will be safe and taken care of. So I can do some good things for people. And maybe I'll send them out to my patrons anyways. Send one out to every patron, I think. Might be a good thing to do once I get the once I get that sewing machine, I could pop off a few. I think that'll be very good and very worthwhile. Very good thing, help people. I mean, with this mask, you still have to shave your neck beard a little bit, but clearly, I have a beautiful and luxurious beard, even with shaving my neck. Okay, so there are 6 people in here. Let's get started. So, pour all this other bullshit and my stream getting taken down a couple weeks ago, I have to say a few words. What are we making today? We are making a glasses case. A lot of people don't have them, and I think it's a nice, fun, cool little project that we can do. Rules for the giveaway. You have to be present at the time I call for the giveaway. There is no entry required. There is no monetary entry required. There is no purchase required. I disavow YouTube. Blah, 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 blah. What else is there? Legalese bullshit stuff in the description down below. There's a link. It doesn't violate the terms of service or there are use conditions. I am not doing this, that, and the other. Void where prohibited. Whatever other legal jargon is in there. The onus is upon you after. The onus is upon the winner to contact me with their shipping information. I retain no information. I retain the right to use your username and a picture of the image of the thing that you bought in future posts on my Facebook group and mention you in my YouTube channel. And I think that is everything. And if not, good enough. All right, guys. So let's get into this. I'm running out of leather. This is less than half that hide I bought. It's a beautiful thing. So let us pop over to the project camera and we will get rolling. It is shaped like North America, roughly. Okay, so let's get this over here and turn you. Whoop, whoop, nope, come on. Gonna look at the thing. There you go. Come on. All right. Let's move my cookies out of the way so they don't get all meshed up. The moment when you're crafting so much you need to buy more supplies already. I know, it's great, isn't it? It is fantastic that is a problem I am running into. So I was remiss and didn't make a pattern. But it should be rather simple. You know, we're not doing something like this. So let's get my glasses out, and they fit my big head. So anything that fits these should fit yours. I know I'm all fancy with Oakleys and stuff. They're all titanium and stuff. Okay, 6 inches wide. I'm going to make a little triangle shaped gusset on the sides. And then just a 6-inch wide flap basically, and we'll have a little closure at the front. So that gusset needs to be 1.5 inches at the top, 1/2 inch at the bottom. We'll do a triangular shape so it'll be long here. Inch and a half. Okay, so let's pull out the crafting supplies. Let's make a pattern for the gusset so I don't screw it up too badly. I like the process of creating the template in addition to the actual making. It is, see, the thing is, a lot of people don't realize what all goes into making templates and patterns and stuff. And let's add a seam allowance on this. So let's say 3/16. Each one is 1/8, so do another 1/4 for the seam. Now the cool thing about having a double marked ruler like this on both sides, I know this is for my combination square, but it's a double marked ruler. The marks, the corresponding marks on each side are in line with each other. So to line it up on a straight edge, I can line up the front edge on this mark and the front edge on this mark and know that I am at least relatively or square enough to whatever edge I'm measuring off of. Let's see, so that was 1.5 inches here. Let's see here. Let's do actually the same back. So we'll do and what did I say for the bottom? 3/4? 1/2 inch, so let's do 3/4. So I could leave it roughly this shape, but there's no sex in that. So let's have a little bit of fun. Let's do and we'll round this out and come around like this. And then we'll round this corner just a wee bit. So do that. And let's soften these curves. I know it seems weird that I'm sanding a piece of cardboard, but the better your template, the better your end result. So I just want to round these edges just a little bit more and get a slightly nicer result. So we'll need 2 of those. Need 1 here. Where's my awl? There's the awl. There's 1, and the other one has to be a mirrored image. And we will use this piece a little bit later. So let's get these pieces rough cut here. Oh, I've made an error. Yelled about this for many, many times, and I still did it. New blade. Need a new blade. What a difference that makes. So Come on. Okay, so there we go. Next step of this process is to let's see, we need a strip, and we need, let me put my glasses away before I do something stupid, get them hurt. What weight leather are you using? This is 2.5, 2 to 2.5 ounce. If you go on buckleguy.com, let me just go over there so I could walk you through it. Yes, buckleguy.com. Go into the leather. And this is Cobra. This is called their Cobra leather. It's a full hide from a bull calf. Buffalo. And this is Cobra Buffalo Calf Burnishable Veg Tan Hide. I'm using the British tan color. So the whole hide is $53.20, plus shipping. You have two options, 2 to 2.5 ounce, which is 0.8 to 1 millimeter, and you get about 6.5, 7 square feet. Then you also have the 3 to 3.5 ounce, which is 1.2 to 1.4 millimeter, and you get about 10 to 12 square foot. Very, very nice stuff. And even though this is veg tan, it is super, super, super supple. I'll be perfectly honest, it's actually a little too supple for some things because it's hard to skive it, and it's hard to trim the edges with my edge beveler. This little guy here. So the easiest way to figure out what we need, since this is a very irregular shape, is to kind of just roll it along this and then add a little extra. So we will start here. No, let's start here. So 6.5, let's do 7 inches. What did I say? 7 by what? 7 by 6. Right, so let's call this here. Nice, that's a good straight edge here. Do that, our 7 inches right there. I love this leather. I'm definitely going to be buying more of it. Like, no doubt I'm buying more of this leather. It is awesome, 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 awesome stuff. Jill, good morning. So, This is the ragged side, so let's just trim this up just a hair here. How is Bean, Alan? Curious minds want to know. All right, since this doesn't have to be perfect, let's have a little fun with this. So we are 6 inches wide here. A little itty bitty, just an itty bitty mark right at the 3. Let's do one over here. That's let's say 3/8 of an inch in. Yeah. Everybody asks, how is Bean? Nobody cares about who is Bean. I'm just going to freehand a little doobly-doo here. Do 3/8 inch from the other side too, just so we can get a little something going on. Pull this. See a nice gentle curve up. Drinking her milk after she made me my coffee. Bean is a strong. Oh jeez. You guys amuse me. So I'm just freehanding this. This might suck, but yeah, we'll see. Might be good too. Right. So that's going to be our little glasses case right there. Got a little doobly-doo right there. So next thing we need to do, and trim that a little bit nicer. To make this work the nicest, we're going to have to put a little closure, or cut a little hole right here. We're going to have to slick this edge, because we won't really be able to get to these afterwards. And we're going to put a little strap back here, and we're going to put a buckle right here. Or not a buckle, like a keeper. So what's going to happen is this will close. The keeper goes through the slot, and then the belt goes through the keeper. It'll keep it nice. And these pieces will help keep this conformed into this shape. Can't forget her extended uncles either, so she can learn to be creative and crafty. Well, in that case, how do I get to become one of this kid's uncles? All right, so let's lay this out here. We got 6 inches right there. I don't know. Let's do 1 inch wide. While she's watching with you. That's beautiful. That's awesome. Let's go down here. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Well, actually. All right, so we're gonna have to slick this little guy here too. First, I need a couple of these guys. I love I love these like little crappy little clamps. I got them from Harbor Freight. They have almost no hold strength, but they're so tiny and ubiquitous that even though there's like nothing to them, they're quite useful actually. Go here. I'm doing a little there, a little one right here. So we got that marked. Told you we are going to be using this spare piece here. Does that work a little bit better? I think that works better. Right there. Like this angle better. Good. Gouda, gouda, gouda. So let's slick the edges of this guy. So use a little gum trag from Weaver. Actually, should I try and, I'm not even going to try and bevel them. I'm just going to give it a sand. All right. Let's build a little gum trag. Oh, there we go. I know I say this every single time, but I love the smell of this stuff. So what I got here late, what are we making today? Glasses cases. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the balls to slick nicely. Oh well. Nature of the beast, right? Still coming along nicely. Actually better than I expected, so yay. So what is everybody's plan for today after the stream? Actually, this is working out pretty nice, actually. Let's see, Laura's going to be seeing her mom for the first time in ever. Both of us have next to no contact with the world, and I miss her. Directly after, nothing later tonight. I'm hoping to host a few games of Use Your Words. Tried yesterday, but only 1%. Alan is boiling some eggs so Jill can make Scotch eggs. You know, I've never tried them, but I definitely want to try Scotch eggs. I just saw them on Townsend's and Sons yesterday. And they look really good. I've never tried them though. Eileen is going to hem her scrub pants for work through the dock side of Knightsmith Cup issues, and Lars' birthday is on Tuesday. And it's easier today than Tuesday. Yeah, I'd say getting out today would be a little bit easier, especially when you're not working today, and you will be working on Tuesday. Okay, that was slicked. You know, let me try and, before I do this, let me try and bevel the edges of this guy. Let me set you there. Dockside! This stuff is just a little too thin to really play nice with the beveler. Okay. Working till 3:30, then co-host for a Zoom mead hall. Nice. Let's try it like this. Alan is going to be doing some smoking later. Ooh, trout and chicken. Applewood smoked. Beautiful. That sounds good. That sounds real tasty. Smoked fish is the best. I don't know if I've ever had any smoked fish or not. I don't think so. Alright, well, while I'm slicking edges, I might as well do as much as I can here. Good morning, Kelsey. How are we doing today? Trout for Jill and bean chicken for me. Sounds pretty good. Sounds like a very good meal, actually. And Kelsey as well. That is fantastic to hear. I love how well all you get along with each other in my chat room. Pretty cool. So, Kelsey, what are your plans for the day? It's real easy when most you do is all sit. It's real easy when mostly all you do is sit in the background and play Destiny. Yeah, well, I mean, hey. You're here. We're all having a pretty decent time. See, Kelsey just finished laundry and now thawing ground beef. Might make meatloaf later. Ooh, that sounds good. And how's Bob? Oh, hell yeah, meatloaf. It's Saturday, so no supervision at work, so I can have you on my phone. Ooh. And Joe is playing video games in the background too. Naughty, naughty. But it's more acceptable. It's Metal Gear. I'm glad to hear he's doing well. And how's the kitties? Well, I don't know. That's why I have to ask. Duh. Oh, that is nice. Okay, what's next? Last thing I have to do is put on the make and put on the belt that'll slip through this guy. I think first what I should do is get this piece on so I could size the belt properly. That's what I'll do. That's my next step. So I need you. I need this. try and get this backer off. Okay. Time to pull out my needles and start a little sewing. See, I don't like doing really small lines of stitch because there's a lot of waste involved. If that makes sense. Actually, let me get out a third needle because I might be able to do this. Uh-oh. 3 needles. That's bad. That should be more than enough. Okay, now let's get you back into position here. Okay, so I'll go right through like that. All right, that's actually looking nice. Look at that. All right, so next phase, when you make a buckle or a belt for this guy. Not a long one, but let's do this. Oops. That looks amazing. Thank you. I will do that. Let's do 1 inch. We'll do 1/2 inch because that'll look better. 1/2 inch there. We'll do a 1/2 inch here. And then we will also come in quarter inch. And down here, let's do 1/4 inch in. And another quarter here. And let's just put some sort of a... let's leave that long for now. We'll trim that in just a moment. We need to slick these edges. So I'm just going to sand the edges real quick. Do something like this. I realize this means I will still have to slick whatever I trim this to later, but that won't be a problem. Not nearly as much of a problem as it would be trying to get, you know, something up here slicked. So we'll just do the bulk of it now. And see where that takes us. Looking good, thank you. Thank you, Alan. So this is a bit of pain in the nuts. Trying to slick these edges here. I mean, they're going quick, but still, it's a very flimsy piece of material I'm working with. Very flimsy and also very small. There's the buckle, or the belt for this whole thingamabobber. That looks good, I think. What do you think, guys? Right about there? I think that looks good to me. I'll drop in 2 lines of stitches just to be extra fancy too. Okay, so let's go a little bit higher. And yes, I did just eyeball those. Okay, so let's do this. think I made an error. We'll see in about 2 minutes. Maybe I can pull it off. We'll see. Just enough. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so it comes up through and like that. All right, that is going to be a nice, handsome little glasses case, don't you think? So I'll wait till the end to trim this, just because oh, that was a rather poor judgment from me. I'm gonna wait to trim this till the end, just so I know how it plays with these edges here. I'd rather it way too long now than not nearly long enough in 20 minutes. All right. Let's see. Nine people watching. Goodness gracious. This is getting pretty awesome. Okay, so these pieces are going to be the difficult part of this whole build. Because they have to sit in here kind of like this, but they also have to go in there like this. So it's going to have that kind of a flare out, which is going to be a pain in the butt. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to accomplish this. Right, so I want this piece has to be here. So I think we'll do this first. And then we'll worry about the wrap in a minute. Actually, I know what I need to do first. Put these aside. There's my alt. Just do this. And we'll do the same thing here. And we will skive these edges in. That's what we need to do. Let's see. I think let's do 3/16 of an inch, just so we have a little extra play room here. That'll make my life so much easier. And we'll do these edges as well. That's one. Okay, so let's get this guy out of the way here. Uh-oh, made a mistake. Made a big mistake. Too aggressive right there. Well, just gotta be careful. Come on, Chris, go slower. Don't screw up. That one's better. Okay. Little mistake right there, but we'll just have to carry on. Now I can start applying stuff. It's this edge. Let's do the screwed up side first, and hopefully we can power through that enough to... Alright, well, that's not going to be terrible. It'll be at the bottom, but not... well. Mistakes happen. Crap occurs. Have to move on. Alright, kids, no crying over spilt milk and whatnot. At least you have the stones to make a mistake in a public setting like this. So there's that. This chat has gotten real quiet, so it's messing up, or it's messing up. No, it's gotten quiet. And here's the thing, Joe. If you don't have time to if you don't have the ability to make a mistake in public, then you need to reevaluate. At least personally, I think you need to reevaluate your craft. And or not your craft, your how thick your skin is, because you know shit happens. It's a live stream. It's a free item, something I've never built before. I don't even have a pattern for this. So, meh. Life happens, and need to just move on and do the best, and I just have to do the best I can with what I'm given. Let's see. Honestly, it's better to. Whoa, okay. People are talking faster than I can see. Let me go over to this other little window here. Now the illusion is broken. Sorry, I'm watching and sewing at the same time. It's actually nice to be back after a long week. Be able to see everyone. Honestly, it's better to make mistakes than go, oh shit, so you can fix them and do stuff perfectly every time, because you can learn more from mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes, and I definitely learn a lot more from the mistakes than I do from everything else. There's a famous quote. I forget who said it, but mastery isn't the absence of mistakes. It's learning how to cover them up without anyone ever realizing that they were there in the first place. And I think that's a beautiful quote. Well, if you ever spill milk is terrible. I'm glad I can actually watch, listen, participate today. Work has been hell this week. I can imagine. No sense crying over it though, Jill. Agreed, Laura. You learn more from the L column than you do the W column. Pretty much. So, guys, this is the gusset so far. That's a little mistake down there at the bottom. Not imperceptible, but definitely not something to be too upset over either. Crying over spilt milk. Okay, so how am I gonna stitch this guy? Actually, if I clip this side, see, like I said, these little clips, they're kind of crappy little clips. They are invaluable for doing stuff. I'm just gonna guesstimate a line here. I know, guesstimating, not very professional of me. But I have to try and account for this little guy down here, so can't exactly have the straightest of lines. And I hope you forgive me for that. No forgiveness, only shame. Okay, so let's actually hop over here. All right. She said the line, she said the line. Okay. I don't understand, so that's one, so 2, 3, and a little extra. Start on the front, work to the back, and no, start on the back and work to the front. So the melt is hidden up front. At least hidden as best as we can get it here. Out of the way. And as for screwing up in public and having the stones to do it, I mean, I was a swimmer in high school. One of the most shame-filled and formative years for any child. And I shaved my head, shaved my legs, walked around wearing a Speedo. So let's be honest here. There is no shame left for this man. very strange shape to be sewing up. I'll tell you that. And even though I think I screwed up majorly skiving that one edge, I do believe that was the right call. Ooh, that hurt. So, how did I arrive at this shape? I did two things to inform my decision, especially about, this shape right here. Where is it? It's kind of a strange shape to come up with. I spent this morning looking at, just Googling glasses cases. I spent last night kind of just staring at my glasses and thinking about it. And there was pretty much two kinds popped up. Simple pouch and this little weird type shape that kind of followed the profile of the glasses. And I thought this shape here would be a lot more fun and interesting than just a standard pouch, because anyone can do a standard pouch. I'm going to pop around here. Yeah. Now that didn't work, so let's come back. Let's make a couple new holes here and here. Go in a little bit. Here. A little mangled, but I think we will get through this. That's a problem. Glue is starting to delaminate. Gotta do some stuff around the house. I'll be back. Alright, see you in about 20 minutes, Joey. I think that's about what it'll take us to get done here. Maybe a half hour. And let's hope the other side, things in there are a little bit better than this one did. I'm sure it will. Let's do that. Okay. All right, that's one side. Not the best, not super happy with it, but what are you gonna do? It's a prototype. All prototypes are a little weird. All right, whatever. All right, so next side. This one's not ripped, so that should improve our chances just a wee bit. And since the edges are a little thin, I'll also move the stitch line in a hair. Might make life a little easier. Maybe. Maybe. Make no promises. And maybe this is one of those applications where parchment would have been the better choice instead of this tape. I do not know. So I could have bought the cement or the tape. Not both. And the tape doesn't give a smell. Doesn't off gas. And takes 0 time to be ready to apply. I could just do that and apply it. Alright, people are idiots. Alright, that's what the consensus of this morning is. People are idiots. One of my favorite quotes comes from Men in Black. The person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals. See, I wish this was just a wee bit easier to get these tags off, though. You know, just a little easier. It doesn't have to be super easy, but so I didn't have to fight so bad with it, you know? There we go. Okay, so start here. So let's try and be a little bit smarter about how we do it this time. All right. Good on that. Good on that. Ooh. And I think we got it. I think. The tape failed me this morning, so maybe I do need to switch to the glue. Pretty sure I got it, mostly rectified though, so we'll see once I start sewing it up how this one turned out, how this side turned out compared to the other. Well, I can see why when I was going online these were going for $70-$80, even though they are significantly less leather, less pockets, and everything else. Sewing around this bend, this tiny little bend, and skiving these little edges is a real pain in the butt. Not gonna lie. I'm back. Technical difficulties. The stream wouldn't load for me. Well, welcome back. Alan, shoes are a pain to sew. You know, I've never had a problem with doing shoes. Doing the soles are a little bit difficult to get through. I've never had a problem doing shoes before. Come on. Let's see, yeah, it seems way more labor intensive than I envisioned it would be, but when it comes to working with materials like this, I may be the least trained eye out there. I don't know. I'm not exactly a master craftsman with leather. I mean, I seem to have a pretty good knack for it, but clearly I'm far from a master. So I'm thinking that unless I can be convinced elsewise, this is going to be the first and last glasses case I make, at least in this style. Maybe I should have used a thicker leather or a more sturdy leather. See, here's the thing about my breadth of knowledge. I know how to sew. You know, I've made armor before, I've made clothing before, I've made shoes and everything else. I have a pretty good eye for patterns and shapes. Well, I have to. It's part of my job as a draftsman. But as far as material selection itself, a lot of times I am just shooting from the hip. So, you know, if someone actually out there is like a professional leather craftsman, they would probably laugh at my bumbling attempts. But at least I'm trying, right? Alright. Back stitch there. Back stitch there. And let's there. And nope. Come on. In the hole and out the side. Alright, so I definitely don't want to do that again. Alright, let's hammer down these stitches. Alright. Way more leather intensive. I just dabble in leather and a lot of other hobbies. Joe, you might appreciate this. I'm ordering the materials this weekend to turn my raised plots into greenhouses. Beautiful. That's awesome. So, let's see. How far does this back does this really need to be cut? Let's try there. So let's go a little bit further down. Let's do this. Bring you over to the edge here. there. Right there. There. That's my weak attempt at an English point. Let's see if I could play with that just a little bit. Make it something at least half decent. Not great, not terrible. Let's come here. You slick this edge around. Let's see, Jill. I think my best skill is seeing pictures of clothing and being able to figure out a pattern. That's actually really cool and really useful. Okay, now time to finish doing all these edges. As best I can, at least. Thank you, Lar. But I honestly don't think I will ever be making another one of these. Unless I really need to, or somebody is willing to pay a lot more than for some of the nicer ones on the internet, because this was such a pain in the butt. You know? And sometimes you know, that's half the fun of doing stuff like this. It's not knowing what entirely what you're getting into, and figuring out things along the way, and the process. And I'm able to do that live, which is a little scary sometimes. But at the same time, it's really not that bad. Maybe using a thicker leather, maybe thicker leather would have been better. Maybe a stiffer leather. Maybe even a thinner leather, so I wouldn't have to skive the edges. Maybe that's the answer. The thing is, that's all stuff that comes with time and experience. Now, the $1 million question. Will it actually fit a pair of glasses? Maybe thicker leather, maybe thinner leather, maybe super thin leather on the sides and thick leather on there's a million different variables. And only experience can give me that information. So we fit that way. And are you going to fit this way? Come on now, don't embarrass me on camera. There we go. So it actually works. Thank goodness. All right, guys, let's go over to the face cam. We will knock this out of the park half an hour early. That is nice. Actually getting out of here a little early. Wife will be happy about that one especially. Okay. Pop that down. Come back to the chat, I do believe. All right. So, glasses case holder. Who wants it? We will be doing, let's see, numbers. Thank you, Kelsey. There's 9 people in here. Let's say we will do 30 to 50. Pick a number between 30 and 50. And we'll use that as the metric. Let me remember to take my glasses out of this too. I've been doing 1 to 10. We're going to do 30 to 50. Change things up a little bit. $43, $44, very nice. $40, $35, $32. Joe, it's between 30 and 50. All right, 33. Yes, you just told me. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyone else want to hop in there and try and win this thing? 6 responses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 people in the room. 10 people in the room. Okay, going once, going twice. Numbers are in. Okay. Let me go over and pick up a random number generator. Make sure I have it on screen. 37. Okay. All right, guys. So, as per usual, here's all your responses, and let's go over to the random number generator. A minimum 30, a maximum 50. May the odds be ever in your favor. 43. Who got 43? Joe D. Congratulations, Joe. get me your address after the live stream, and we will get this shipped out to you. And I don't think I'm ever making one of these again. So guys, it looks like I will be seeing you again on Monday. Maybe if I press it a little bit, it'll work a little bit nicer. Yeah, that's the ticket. All right, guys. So thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. See, 10 people in here. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I will see you on Monday. And thank you so much for helping me make this world better, one kerf at a time. And have a great weekend.